Welcome to Generic Management 4, the workshop with Chartwell Business College. Generic implies broad, general, basic or universal, not specialized for one industry. So as we go through this course, you will apply your job context to give this course more meaning and relevance for you. Very broadly speaking, management is about problem solving and making decisions to achieve the company's goals and objectives through people. There will be challenges faced by the company and employees in the execution of tasks that have been set, and this might require spontaneous decision making, thinking on your feet, so to speak. Each area or division will be contributing to achieving the division, department's or business goals. The qualification is broken down into unit standards, and the way they are written, they demand that you are able to be competent at taking some relevant action. As you can see from the slide, Unit Standard 242817 says, solve problems. They're written in the active tense. Make decisions, implement solutions. So the emphasis is on doing, not only knowing. The role of the manager is to plan so that when the need arises to solve a problem, it is not a major or unexpected occurrence. He can make confident decisions because a lot of foundational thinking has been made beforehand without being under pressure. In the planning stages, a lot of what-if scenarios can be explored to have these possible solutions available to implement and compared with the prevailing circumstance. Using the tools of SWOT analysis to evaluate your abilities to address these problems. The SWOT analysis would be your strengths, your weaknesses, your opportunities, or threats. This management process is a continuous cycle of planning, organizing, leading, and controlling. And then as we discover other aspects, we then go back into the cycle of planning, leading, organizing, and controlling. In the planning process, sometimes being proactive and doing a SWOT analysis might be a good place to start. This analysis starts with a reality check or assessment of the person, product, or service, or department. It can help us hone in on our problems before they arise, or in the absence of problems, look for opportunities to improve our strengths or eliminate our weaknesses. Brainstorming can be a useful technique to uncover areas to be enhanced or eliminated, or if we have identified a problem, we could go to step 2 and generate several possible solutions and evaluate these solutions by weighing up the pros and the cons. Depending on which solutions have the greater possibility with minimal risk, those might be implemented. Then follows the management function of controlling and monitoring and adjusting, and the process starts again. So the idea is to plan for the unexpected. What methods could we use to identify a problem before they occur? One of us is never greater than the sum of us, someone has said. We need to value the input from others. Abraham Maslow said, I have learned the novice can often see things that the expert overlooks. All that is necessary is not to be afraid of making mistakes or of appearing naive. The numbers never lie, and statistics take out the emotion out of things. Therefore, we would need to do a thorough analysis, and the SWOT analysis helps us determine that, and getting input from others helps this as well, because we're all unique and we would all have a unique take on any given situation. We could also use some proven methods such as quality circles. These are usually small, voluntary groups of employees set up to meet periodically for such practical purposes such as pinpointing, examining or analyzing and solving problems in areas including knowledge management, innovation or work relations, quality or productivity or safety or cost, etc. Enhancing communication between employees and management on the above areas, quality circles can only thrive if management will take action on the recommendations of the circle. Or we could use a focus group, and this is a form of qualitative research. In other words, we are examining the quality of our discussion or finding or analyses, in which a group of people are asked about their perceptions, their opinions, their beliefs, their attitude towards a product, service, concept, advertisement, idea, or packaging. So questions are asked in an interactive group setting where the participants are free to talk with other group members. If you did some research, you would be able to pick the same sort of information up from Wikipedia. So we have to generate alternative solutions. We do this through investigation of a problem, to identify complexity or the different components that would make up this problem. Who and what is affected and why? What will the impact of taking longer to make an informed decision? We weigh up each possible solution, the pros and the cons, and then make a decision or choose a decision or solution. Other ways of generating alternative solutions might be to use the various techniques, like the Delphi technique, which is interactive forecasting, which relies on a panel of experts. The experts answer the questionnaires in 2 or more rounds, and after each round, a facilitator provides an anonymous summary of the experts' forecasts from the previous round, as well as the reasons they provided for their judgments. Thus, experts are encouraged to revise their earlier answers in the light of the replies of other members of their panel. It is believed that during this process, the range of answers will decrease and the group will converge towards the correct answer. We could also use mind mapping, or we could use computer software to be able to assist us. We could use observation, and those are areas that need to be explored. I would suggest that you do some research on this in every aspect and then relate it to your particular concern or problem. How would you evaluate the different alternatives? Is the question that you might be asking yourself, that you need to explore. What is critical and not negotiable? Some possibilities would be to explore how feasible the solution might be. Do we have the time to implement? And if so, what are the cost implications? Would we have buy-in from all the stakeholders? Would this make logistical sense? Take a look at this example. Look at the criteria that are used to explore the alternatives. This person is wanting to buy a car. Look at the many variables and how, if you change one, what impact it has on the others. For example, in the area of price will determine what you buy or get for your money. A higher price might mean a newer model or lower mileage and better condition. So because of there being so many variables, it is quite a difficult decision. So one has to think about all of these criteria at the same time and evaluate one against the other. As we said, what is not negotiable? What is a deal breaker? Selecting the solution might mean matching most of your criteria. Consulting with the stakeholders before making the decision will mean that they are more ready to accept the solution. That would be important because we have to take action, as in the case of the car, making a buying decision. What if the stakeholders are not happy with your decision? If we have done our research and analyzed the problem carefully involving all the stakeholders, then the monitoring should not present major problems. This is the value of detailed planning. Monitoring should just mean staying on track, staying with the decision, and making minor adjustments, not taking a totally different, radical decision. Because taking corrective action may be costly. Therefore, extensive planning is vital. Richard Branson, when he wants to go into a new venture, he sets up a specific task team and they explore all the options. They explore the possibility of the venture failing or not being suitable or not giving enough return on investment, and what would their course of action be. So he explores the possibility of closing down and being able to abort the project without it having major consequences for his brand and the business and the staff members. So he would start off with a core of people who, if they close down, the core just moves back into the previous operation and no jobs are lost. That takes some planning.